love your rubbing your shoulders.
Okay, 5, 4. Hey, hi everybody. Oh, that feels so good.
Like
I
the
know.
traveling
We came all the way
entourage.
over
You're
just to
traveling
do
with
this for
Suze.
Mo.
You know what? The long weekend is over, so I guess we better get to business.
Okay, all right, okay.
But guess what? Here I am, Mo Hagan at canfitpro, of course, with two of my most amazing friends on the planet Earth. And these are none other, they're no stranger to canfitpro, but let me introduce properly. So this is Y Guy Gerry Visca.
Hey, nice to see you guys. So excited to be here.
And we can't wait to hear from you
It's
and
gonna be awesome.
talk about a lot of great
Fun.
things on this Lunch and Learn. And also, as Angela likes to say, his lighter half,
Yep.
better half,
Lighter, better.
fluffy
Sometimes
side,
fluffy.
kick,
Fluffy side.
Angela Kontgen, meditation coach and guru. And I'm so thrilled that you guys
Me too.
decide to go on your dream and drive day and come
Yeah.
visit us here at
We're so
canfitpro.
excited to be here and we're so
Can't
excited to be part of
Can't
canfitpro again.
We're calling it Can't Foot today.
Canfoot, no, I got a foot massage earlier, but now we're gonna talk a little bit on this Lunch and Learn. First of all, I'd love to start off by talking about why the backdrop is here and what this all means. There's a story behind this incredible canfitpro Y wall, and that story begins well over 3 years ago when I received a phone call from this guy, Gerry Visca, who said, "Hey Mo, we'd love to come meet you." And I'm like, okay. And what I love about one of my greatest strengths is trusting my instinct and listening to my heart and my gut, not always my head. It's amazing what sometimes
I think
goes on
that's
up
more
here.
powerful though.
It is.
It is.
So I just said yes, and appears on the scene this incredible couple who shared with me their mission to serve 1 million Ys in this life. And while I didn't understand what the heck that was all about, I said yes. So I want to start off by just asking you, Gerry, if you can explain how this came to be.
Well, so I define this deeper why as the world held by you. And this deeper why, when we tap into it, that's this new vision for the world. And it starts with these types of amazing visions, this why wall. And I remember getting together with you and the group at Canfit saying, hey, we need to create a why wall. And you're like, what's a why wall? And we started sketching out different ideas, and then it just took off from there. And that's what's so cool is about when everyone starts to, it's a ripple of why, and we all come together and we start to really see that we're here for a deeper reason. There's something bigger that's driving us.
And why is actually
Yeah.
a powerful question, but it's also a incredibly powerful acronym.
Definitely, World Help by You. That's the
that.
I've been using this acronym. I'm like an acronym junkie, but this was years ago when I was getting into. I think at the time it was around my 5th or 7th book of 20, and I just realized I just tapped into this deeper why, and I realized that the more that we tap into it, the world's helped by us, and the world needs to be helped by you. The world needs your deeper why.
Absolutely.
And so it's great.
Yeah, and for our canfitpro members that are watching or viewing this later, you know, you may be inspired to remember that in the anniversary issue, which came out, this particular one, June 2018, this work, this a whole explanation of the Y wall and how it came to be. And this was actually made by all of you. So these are actually everyone's why.
This is you.
Posted at canfitpro 2018, which then sparked a main stage presentation at our anniversary event last year. And Gerry was on the main stage, and a lot of you will remember that. It was one of the most monumental moments of, you know, feeling just the passion in your why by feeling your heart beat. And
everybody was feeling it.
oh, it was amazing. And you've captured that in incredible footage that's gone on to be part of your work today.
Thanks to Dawn Bowman, right?
Oh, yeah.
Taking that photo.
Thank you, Dawn, for the great photography on that one.
That was a special moment.
Special moment.
Well, we can feel it when we actually, I call it the soul's whisper. When we actually focus on concentrating on each other's deeper light, deeper soul, we'll actually hear it, we'll feel it. And people were saying to us, like after that, I don't know what's going on, but I'm feeling something. And I think we miss that we're human beings that with the ability to connect.
Well, I think
Absolutely.
you shared that people are still sharing with you today what they experienced in those moments with you on stage.
It's always the way. I don't remember what the hell they said, but I remember what I felt. And I
Exactly.
felt connected to something
Yeah.
bigger, something deeper. And that's what drives all of our work, but that's what's driving the why wall, and that's what's gonna drive this year together.
Absolutely.
It's
And
what's going to drive you to new levels?
so to drive, and that's a great segue. So to drive to new levels, you actually have to do the work. And great presenters like Gerry and Angela make it so easy because you get to show up and absorb it all, take it in. It's like soul food.
Yeah.
So, it's amazing what is going on this year at canfitpro 2019. If you haven't yet registered, you'll get the link in the feed below. But it's really important that you decide how you want to show up, not only for your career, but for your life and for those in your life. And the power is showing up. We think we show up for people, but when we show up for others, they show up for you.
Yeah.
And that is how really, truly, your purpose lives out loud.
Yeah.
So I want to take this opportunity. I'm going to transfer to you, Angela.
Yeah.
You have been attending canfitpro for many years.
Oh my goodness. canfitpro, when I was back in my days, I'll date myself, but I'm very proud of how long I've been inspired by this conference back, over 10 years ago when I was a personal trainer, and this was the event. I just scheduled almost my whole year around it. And I remember the fun, the joy of picking the sessions. And I also remember being inspired to see certain presenters again. I was so excited. And what's been so exciting for me, Mo, is that as I've now been attending, this is my third year as a presenter, third or fourth, I'm losing count because I'm so inspired. I love it when people are now coming to me and saying, Ange, I couldn't wait to sign up for another of your sessions. And when I hear that, Mo, I am so freaking honored that someone would come back and sign up for my session again, because I know as presenters, we do this to make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So if people are choosing that, you know that you've touched them and you've made a difference, so thank you.
And touch them at a level that's beyond
Yes.
the head, because if you're there just to learn, you're going to take sessions and you'll probably never go back to people's sessions. But when it touches you in a way that it infiltrates your way of life and living,
Yes.
they want to come back.
I know.
They just need to have that reboot. We talk about we reboot our computer batteries and our phones all the time, but you really got to reboot your own.
It's a good analogy.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's very good.
And so that's why you need to be there. So here, if just to hang out with presenters like these two is worth the admission alone. But let me tell you what they're doing, because that way you can know what to choose when you're selecting your sessions. And for those who have already registered, if you didn't select this, I'm sure you've selected one of these 5 I'm going to talk about. You can always just go to the standby lines, but I will give you a heads up. Their sessions sell out, so you got to make your decisions quick. And I think today is a perfect day to register for canfitpro.
It's good.
Totally. Perfect date to
Why
decide.
Why time at canfitpro?
Yeah.
Get in there.
Why time? All right, so speaking of why time, we're going to talk about why power of motivation. So this is something that Gerry and I are doing together. I've been inspired by Gerry's work. I've been one of your closest.
You're like the ultimate Y Tribe leader.
Oh, I am an ultimate Y
The
Tribe leader.
ultimate Y
Totally.
Timer
Y Tribe
and Y Tribe
ambassador.
leader.
You're it, Mo.
Yeah, and I do believe, and this is why I'm, you asked me earlier, why are we doing these sessions together? And it's a sense of always checking back in.
Mhm.
It's a checkup, and it allows me to constantly be a student as well as a teacher. And that's how come I continue to teach and do this type of work, because I'm always learning. So we're going to be doing this together, and this is actually the Why Power of Motivation is a unique session as it's kicking off the Good Life Les Mills live event. It's open to all delegates, and it's had exceptional response so far. But really what Gerry and I are going to do is help you understand the power of why And then we're going to share with you the key motives that will help you drive your success, fueled by your why. So that is the session, and it's the one that we're going to do together to kick off the show.
It's the ultimate edition. I just could
Yeah.
imagine not kicking off into this type of world-class conference without understanding how the why drives everything. It's the ultimate motivator.
Yeah.
It's the fuel, it's the ignition.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. And then, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm behind the scenes a little bit
Yeah.
with regards to what you guys are creating. And you do not want to miss this session because you will be ignited with something, you will experience something that you have never experienced before.
Wow.
Whoa.
I can't wait.
Not too much pressure being put there, okay?
Set you up,
But
set you up.
I
I
know
love
this
it.
will happen.
What's your-
Deliver.
Yeah.
That's my pose.
Yeah, it's
That's
your
your
pose.
pose.
That's my
That's-
pose.
We're working together.
We're working together. It's great when you can do it together, when you can bring these kinds of creative, inspiring, influential minds to the benefit of you, right? To the benefit of the delegates. I often say people won't remember so much what you say, but they're gonna remember how you made them feel. And certainly the work that three of us are doing it's helping you feel that life that you were meant to feel. And maybe it's a bit dormant, maybe you're just kind of stuck a little bit. So this is the ultimate firecracker.
And the ultimate year to get unstuck. Because
Yeah.
2020, I don't know about you two, but I've been talking about 2020
Clarity.
for a decade.
Yeah.
And it's like we're within 5 months.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
know.
And
crazy.
so there's no time to waste. You guys, it's all about being, becoming. And so this will set you on
No
a-
longer
on-
holding
Well,
back.
people have often said that the three of us in our previous work together usually sets a year. Like we actually set people up for a year. And I've heard people say that, like I can't wait for Mo, Gerry, and Angela because they're either gonna end off my year or they're gonna start the year. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start the year with them, so I think
Totally.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, one of our best sessions together, Big Bang.
Yeah, exactly, the big bang. Now you're gonna get a big bang of why time.
All right, so here's 2 other sessions you want to hear about, and then wait, because the last one is the epic session of all. So Angela, you're doing a session, Get Out of Your Mind and Into Your Life. Can you tell us in a statement or two what exactly people are going to learn in that?
Well, you know what? My work around the mind and meditation, first of all, it's been inspired by the years that I've been a coach, but now focusing on the power of meditation to train and condition our mind so that we can create and experience the life we're truly meant to experience. And the only thing that's going to get in your way is your mind. And you know it. The only thing that's getting in your way is the mind. So in this session, I'm going to help you really get clear on what it is you are here to create and experience with your one precious life and how to get your mind out of the way.
The ultimate meditation coaching session.
I know. It's going to be so fun.
And then we get to present together on the end of that day, which is Saturday. You're presenting that session in the afternoon. So at the end of the day, and this closes off the 3rd annual Ignite Leadership Forum. No better way to close off the session. And there's a reason we're doing it at the end of the day.
Yes.
It's called Get Out of Your Mind and Into Your Leadership. The reason it's at the end of the day is because you are going to be tired,
Yes.
overloaded with information, and that's when the brain is the most vulnerable, your mind is most vulnerable
Yeah.
to change.
To change.
And then,
we're going to, both Mo and I, so I've had the pleasure of working with Mo on our leadership album, Meditations for Everyday Leadership. But we're going to, at the end of the day, when you really feel like you can't take any more in, we're going to show you how you can, because we're melding the power of leadership concepts that Mo is so brilliant at presenting with the power of meditation to actually help those leadership concepts sink deeper. Not on a surface level, but actually on a subconscious level. And when, like I said, there is a reason we're doing this at the end of the day.
yeah,
It's
so you have to come and hang out.
Totally.
It'll be, you walk out and you feel that you're in a, what's the word I'm looking for? You walk out, you feel like you're floating.
yeah.
You're literally in a
Totally.
meditative state.
Like instead of walking away from a great day depleted, this session will have you, oh my goodness, what just happened there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Priceless. Then, listen up, Sunday, one of our very few super sessions is being
Super.
these two featured as the dynamic duo in Ignite Your Why, the Ultimate Why Workshop. So if you recall, we had a Mastermind super session last year with Todd Durkin, and the room was packed, and it's the type of work you want to commit to on a Sunday. It's
Roll up your sleeves.
a spiritual, it's
deep.
physical, it's mindful,
Mhm.
and we really want to get you deep into that emotional level. And really, that's the spirit.
That's awesome.
And when you can get to that level,
That's a good level to be at.
yeah, well, that's when true purpose blossoms, right?
I think this is one of those sessions where you'll look back 5 years from now and you'll say, what was that moment that kickstarted this new powerful way? And I often say your deeper why ignites the way. And you'll look back and you'll say it was 2019 super session, Gerry Visca, Angela Kontgen's why session that kickstarted that clarity in that direction. And this type of work has you so focused in the present moment that it'll feel like 30 minutes went by and it's
Yep.
a couple hours.
It's also a great time to have it during the conference, that Sunday morning. It's going to be a super session. You've spent Friday and Saturday absorbing all this content. And imagine Sunday morning, we're going to anchor that into your heart and help you walk away from this conference, not, yes, filled with beautiful knowledge, but with your heart wide open and new levels of clarity around why you're doing all
Well,
of
it's
this.
actually listening to your
You know?
soul. We're going to teach you how to listen to the only thing that matters. It's the knowing, the all-knowing reason why you're here. And when you it's actually less content, but much more emotionally. So that's why it's a
It's an
super session,
experience.
right? It's supercharged with emotional power to listen.
And I'm going to say, from experience working with these two for over 3 years, you will get more from this one super session than you would get in months of coaching with someone to help you get clear on your purpose, clear on what it is that gets you out of bed in the
Passion.
morning, keeps you up at night. Yeah, that deep emotional desire to do what is hard,
Yeah.
what scares you,
Yeah.
and what requires the consistent training, like in the gym. So it's training a muscle that, we don't typically train, but you're
Yeah.
gonna learn how. And it alone, these 5 sessions is something you could come and experience from Friday to Sunday.
Totally.
Attend the opening ceremonies on the Friday because that's when you get inspired to listen to the stories of those who have been recognized the best in the industry. That's our award presentation, following with our keynote speaker, Ashley Collingbull, the incredible Canadian female who has broken all boundaries, barriers, obstacles, redefined what it is like to be an Indigenous woman in business, in life, in love.
Very cool.
And her story is incredible. And then, of course, after your super session, to end it off with the closing general session with Spencer West. He is the host of We Day, which is a global phenomenon talking about knowing your purpose. And he has a story that you will not want to miss. So that's canfitpro 2019. Check it out on the web. The up-to-date brochure is there. This is the tabletop incredible book.
Yeah, you guys did a great job with this.
This is packed.
Beautiful. I love going
Great
through
job.
this. It's so exciting.
There's almost 400 sessions to choose from.
Yes.
Pre-conference intensives, we call them, which are workshops. You get certificates or certifications. And then, of course, all the sessions that you would want and then some, along with a whole bunch of fun things. Follow canfitpro. We have 2 contests, some really cool things going on right now. Just going to give you a little hint. You got to go look for it. J-Lo. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my goodness.
J-Lo.
Exciting.
So on that note, it is time. I think I need to send you back to work soon.
Yeah.
And,
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Canfit
Super
Pro
fun.
2019.
See you
We
guys.
can't wait to
Got the
see
dates in
you.
your calendar.
See you
Don't
guys
be late.
there.
See you there.
Don't be late.
August 16th to 18th. Until then, enjoy the summer.
Take care.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.